Alright guys, so I got the new rear. Ended up getting it from MPS Salvage. Ended up showing up in about 2 days from Georgia to North Carolina, so I can't complain about that. This rear definitely needs a little bit of work. As you can see right there, that bushing is pretty shot. The other one's really bad too. They're both gonna have to be replaced. Their brakes also on this rear are shot, so I'm going to be replacing those as well. It had pretty new shocks on it, so I'm going to use the shocks that came with it. For now, what I'm going to do is drill out these rubber bushings, so the steel insert is going to stay, and I'm going to get a drill bit and try and drill around from what I've been researching on the internet and get these rubber inserts out, and then I have new rubber inserts on the way. So that's what we're going to be doing on today's video. Alright, so what we're going to try and do is these steel retainers are going to stay because I got the bushings that are just the rubber inserts, and what I'm going to try and do is drill in between this along the edge around and get this rubber to actually pop out. I have never done it before, so this will be a first, and hopefully I don't screw it up, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so it wasn't necessarily crazy easy, but it wasn't too hard either. So what I did was I drilled all the way through. I actually broke the first bit because my drill was spinning a little too hard. So I drilled all the way through and let the bit just walk itself around. And this rubber is kind of swollen pretty good. So what I ended up doing after that was just putting a few holes in it on the one side and getting it to kind of crush a little more. And then I don't have a actually I was just too lazy. I didn't feel like going back to get a punch, so I just used a 1/2 inch extension. It popped out. It wasn't too terrible, but I'm sure there's easier ways. Luckily it's out of the car. If it was in the car, it probably would have been a pretty big pain in the ass. So anyway, I'm gonna get going on the other side. I'm gonna get this one out, and then I'll get some sandpaper, clean up these kind of rough edges, some Scotch-Brite too, make it nice and neat. This way when I get the new rubber bushings, I'll just lube them up and then slide them right in. Alright, so while I got a little daylight left, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and stick the rear in the car, and then when I get the new bushings for the uppers, I'll just go ahead and slap them in. It should be pretty easy since all I got to do is slide them in and then bolt up the upper control arm. So I'm going to get all set up, and we'll get this rear stuck in the car. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just leave it right here. I got a cinder block under it. I guess it probably would be easier if I did get the bushings in the uppers first, get the uppers bolted up, and then I can do the lower springs last. Right now I just got it, it's not tight or anything from the shocks, it's just hanging there. So once these upper bushings come in,